I think we also have Los Angeles and one more, but you can look at the list. If you want to look at the current FOMC members, or the voting members, the chair, vice chair, board of governors. Right now, you have also Philadelphia. Currently, you have Chicago, Philly, Minneapolis, and Dallas, 4 of them. And in 2024, these 5 will be voting members. And, I think they rotate every 3 years or so. Oh, New York Fed is always there. The remaining ones kind of rotate. For example, Boston was there last year, but they're not going to come back until 2025. Oh, the 12th one is Kansas City. And Fed chair does not have a veto power or anything. Just like anybody, he has one vote. If there is equality, he can break the tie. But obviously, Fed chair has influence on other banks. It's like, Speaker of the House of Representatives cannot literally affect the vote, but they can do a lot of horse trading to buy the votes, right? Fed chairs determine kind of the budget of the regional banks and so on and so forth. So they have an effect, but it is not absolute. And almost always they try to do it, with some sort of consensus. Last time rates were increased were in the July meeting. There was no meeting in August. That is now in September. The way the future contract works, it is financially settled, which means cash settled. There is no actual delivery, just like we had in the foreign currency futures. On the last day of the contract month, any position that is still open at that time, which is almost always none, is settled using a reference rate. I'm going to call that R star. Okay. That is equal to monthly average of the daily EFFRs. So if there is no policy change during the contract month, it is almost always the case that average EFFR for the month is the same as the EFFR at the beginning of the month. This is no guarantee, but given market, at least until that point, until today, I know all the EFFRs of this month, right? Hence, if let dB refer to days before an FOMC meeting, and DA refer to days after the FOMC meeting, with DA plus DB equal number of days in that month. Hence, average EFFR, if no change equals EFFR beginning approximately equals, because there is no guarantee that even without rate change, EFFR during the month is going to be constant, but it tends to be constant. Every once in a while, there is a big liquidity crisis in the market, then you would see it at the upper end. But that happens relatively rarely. If changed, equals EFFR beginning times number of days before, EFFR beginning plus change times number of days after. Come on. Divided by days before plus days after. What we're going to do, we're going to basically ask ourselves, under a simple scenario, on a month where there's a meeting, either the rates are going to stay constant or there is a lower limit on what that changes and there's an upper limit, and the increment is only 25 basis points. Assuming that it's going to be at least a lower limit and at most the upper limit, I want to find out what are the chances market is attributing to a upper limit. So let's call it C low, lower limit for expected change, C high, and we will assume that Fed will either choose lower limit or upper limit, not anything in between. This is done only for making probability calculation simple. If you want to extend it to complicated cases, you could, but the extra insight that you gain from that is absolutely minimal. You know, it's called principle of parsimony, or Occam's razor. If you can achieve approximately the same results under two scenarios, under two models, because here I'm basically modeling the Fed behavior. This is a simple model that says it's going to be either lower limit or the upper limit. Nothing outside of that or inside of that is going to happen. Is it 100% realistic? No. But the results that you're going to get from a more complicated model is not going to be that much different. So in one of them, you're going to get a chance of a 25 basis points increase, let's say 60%. In the other one, maybe 60.5%. Is it worth going through extra math for such a small number? No. And hence, we will calculate expected average with P equal market assessment of chance that Fed will take the upper limit. Obviously 1 minus P is the chance that it will take the lower limit. So expected average EFFR is going to be number of days before the meeting times beginning EFFR, because all that is going to happen before the meeting, so it has nothing to do with what Fed is going to do, plus there is a chance that it's going to take the upper limit, so beginning EFFR plus high limit